We joined the super legit crew before the show as Steven still gets the hang of this whole hosting dealio.
So I will say, guys, I was sitting here just being like, man, when is Jet going to start this thing up? We're ready, right? And then I remembered, oh, wait a second. That's right. I'm hosting this one.
It's on you, buddy.
Before you kick off, going back to the conspiracy theory we were talking about before Jet was actually helpful, this was a real conversation about 15 minutes beforehand. He was like, hey, are you sure the hosts are going to be okay tonight? And I was like, dude, it's fine. Everything's in the bag. He's like, man, it would just be, and I'm just saying how he said it, it would be awfully weird if something happened when I'm not hosting. And I said, why would that happen, man? You got to have, he's like, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm just saying, Steven's not the only one who can heel turn this season.
Oh. You were rubbing your devilish beard as you said that, which does not help.
I grow it to a point for
now,
a
can you
reason.
turn from a heel to a heel? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
You can just
A double
harder.
heel turn?
A 360.
It's rare, but it happens.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Super Legit Podcast. I am Stephen C. James, and tonight I am the host. Yes, I am the host now. In a full Captain Phillips turn.
It's Stephen C. James.
I will be hosting tonight. And tonight, in our cast, we have Joshua Spence,
up?
Chris Compton, and last but not least, but maybe the least because I'm still doing the heel turn, Jet Kaufman. And of course, our magical co-host, Michael Heiman, who is going to introduce our delightful guest. Michael Heiman, take it away with all of your magnificence and handsomeness.
Well, thank you, Stephen. Oh, so complimentary. Love you. Thank you so much. Well, tonight we have, once more, returning champion Katie Gibbons.
Thank you so much for joining us again, Katie. It is just a delight to have you back. We've got a question for tonight because that's the format of this fucker. So, Heiman, what is the question for this evening?
We sure do, Stephen. And tonight's question is, what's the dumbest thing you ever did for love?
Question.
If you recall from the last time I hosted.
Oh, come on, please.
Stepdaddy Steven is not Daddy Jet, who's like, Josh, let me honor your feelings, and I want you to know this is as much your podcast
Jet,
as it
can
is
you come
mine.
back?
No.
Jet,
Stepdaddy Steven
I am
is
suddenly
like,
enjoying this a lot more than I
you don't get
expected.
to ask any questions. You listen to the question and then understand the question
Yes, sir.
and then answer that
Please don't send me to
question.
military school. I'll shape up.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now your mom and I are going to go talk really loudly at the back. That took a stepdad direction.
And that's the episode's title.
Somehow that didn't stop the questions.
Now I have some
Kind of led
questions.
to more, yeah.
Listen, when a stepdad and a mommy love each other. Anyway, all right, so does anybody have an answer for what is the dumbest thing you ever did for love?
I don't know how I pick the dumbest.
Yeah,
I mean, I think one, because I will say I levied this question, and then I was like, it's kind of an 850-way tie.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
could you give us an example, Mr.
Do you have like
James?
topics?
Oh, okay. All
Different
right.
categories?
So, I'm 24 years old. There's a woman that I'm in a long-distance relationship with. She's in Seattle. I'm in Los Angeles. We have to choose. She's like, it's either Seattle, Los Angeles, or we could both go to where my parents are in Albuquerque. And I was like, I really don't want to leave Los Angeles. And she was like, well, you know what I'll do? We'll compromise, and I'll move to London and meet somebody new on the plane. So,
Wow.
yeah.
But
So she moves to London and meets, yeah, go ahead.
What are you doing in this? I'm sorry.
In this, I'm living my life, but we're going to get to the dumb part.
Got it.
So what I do is I decide, well, you know what? I'm going to go to London, and I'm going to hang out with our friend who lives in London, because I met these two women at the same time. One of them I became instant fast friends with, and the other one I started a relationship with. And I'm going to stay with the one who I've made fast friends with, and I will see this other woman at some point, and maybe I'll get to meet this other guy, and it's really important to me
Is this how
that
I
I get
sound
to meet
telling
this
a
other
story?
guy. Yeah. So I get to London, right? I go to this blues bar where this guy is, and it takes like 4 hours to get to this place from where I'm actually staying in London. It's such a hassle. And I realize halfway through, this guy's boring. She's chosen him over me. Maybe she has bad taste. Oh no, I've spent so much money on these plane tickets and this whole journey and wasted my friend's time. I could have been hanging out with my friend Emma, who was awesome. And instead I was chasing down this person who has been married to that same very boring guy for like more than 3 decades now.
Super.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heiman Airlines. I will be your, I guess, your flight attendant, but also your seat person, signer person-ish guy.
Excuse
thing.
me, is this your first day?
No, it's not my first day. It's just I want to be very specific with titles. Can I see your ticket, please?
It doesn't sound very specific.
It is. Sir, can I have your ticket, please?
Should you have checked these before we got on the plane?
I totally should have.
It seemed like a security thing.
Okay, look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to share a secret with you. It is my first day, okay? Because I'm not really...
that wasn't really a secret.
I will share a secret.
Welcome to Heiman Airlines. We're bringing the beauty of train travel to the air.
Okay, so, little known thing about me, Mitchell Parker. I lied. That's not my real name. It's actually Mitchell Schwartz.
Okay.
I'm really a matchmaker, and that's really kind of what I do, but I don't do that anymore. So I'm moonlighting as a seat usher, taker, carer guy. Yeah. Question.
I've got some more plane-related questions. Heiman Air advertises itself.
I'm sorry. It's an air train. It's an air train.
Yeah, it advertises itself as bringing the joy of train travel to the air. Does that mean if I pull down on this wire thing over here, it'll...
Yeah, that's what happens.
Okay, I thought it would be the thing where it stops the plane. Okay, I'm glad it just...
Can you pull it again?
Yeah, that...
Okay, look, I have to tell you, our train company is being sued out of existence. You're telling me you actually connected those things to the brakes of the train so that anyone can just grab the brakes of the train and stop it moving?
It was a brilliant idea, I gotta tell you, because this is the thing we keep having. We keep having this thing where the train doesn't stop at the station when it was supposed to. So we figured we put it in the hands of the passengers. They can't complain if they didn't pull the chain. So you know what? We solved two problems at the same time.
So the trains are being late, so your solution to late trains was to stop the trains more. Am I getting that correct?
Okay, you're saying that with a tone that I think is supposed to imply this was a bad idea, but I still feel pretty good about it.
Okay, so just to clarify, so we're all on the same page. When the little rope gets pulled, we don't nosedive. Actually, we just stop in midair, like time freezes. So there's
Welcome
no
to
risk
Heiman
of us.
Airlines. We've invented some Spanish animation for your flight.
Right, you heard the man. We invented Spanish animation for your in-flight entertainment.
Is that why your logo is that coyote standing just off of a cliff?
Yeah, attached to a rocket, for sure. Listen,
Okay.
I'm a matchmaker, and I think if you let me seat you guys accordingly, this 8-hour flight will make the 16-hour flight much more enjoyable.
On Heiman Airlines, please make sure you walk orderly so that head usher ticker taker Parker Schwartz can match you up with your true love.
Like you said, walk hornily. So let's get started here. Who wants to hand me the first ticket? Okay, sir, your name is Orion Sebastian. That is a cool name. I am going to put you...
Thank you, I picked it myself.
Hey, I used to dodge taxes too.
Here at Heiman Airlines, we will matchmake children.
Yeah.
I am on the wrong plane.
I think I
Sorry.
also.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Sorry.
I've got peanut
Excuse
allergy.
me.
I shouldn't be on here.
I meant to take the joy
Sorry.
of plane travel train. I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong.
Yeah, sorry.
I think
I watched the Epstein documentary. I need off this plane.
You know, well,
I'd
again,
rather
we're-
fly
Excuse
Spirit
me.
Airlines.
guys, here's the good news. Well, good news, bad news. The bad news is, yes, I do have to play into the game of the scene, and yes, I do put in children together. Unfortunately, fortunately, on this scenario, there are no kids. There's no kids. No kids. We're good. We're legal.
I look small for my age.
Legit.
No, legit. Unlegit.
I can't. No, it has to end on I'm
They
small.
don't have an airline. Legits don't matter.
I have to. No, I've got to.
Wait,
I've got
so-
to end it on I'm small for my
So
age.
you're
No,
telling
that's
me
fair.
you put brakes on the scene that anyone could pull at any moment?
Right. I have a feeling
That's
we're
what a
gonna.
legit is.
I have a feeling we're gonna be coming back to that plane.
We don't have to. We don't have to.
No, yeah. That could have been one and done. The child
Oh my
matchmaking plane
God.
could never come back again.
Maybe that plane went back to its home planet. Yeah.
It did.
my God,
It did.
I
It did. I do have an answer to your question whenever you're ready, Mr. James.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. What do you have, Josh? What answer to the specific question that was asked do you have?
Just give me a little bit of runway here, because
Okay, all right. I definitely needed
For
some
that
runway
train?
too.
Yeah. So the longest relationship I was in was with this woman named Christina, and we were together for 7 years. But, it took, how we got together is the usual flirtatious ways, and her thing was like, she had we were talking about where we used to live and and she used to live in New York, and she was like, in my time in New York, I never dated any like bougie, like Brooklyn indie guys. That's something that she regretted doing because no one ever made her a playlist of like indie rock stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I made her a double.
My biggest regret.
I made her like a double cassette tape of indie rock stuff from the time. And I was like, hey, I've never been in New York, but I can pretend that I'm from Portland, which is like the Brooklyn of the West. And here's this. As I'm telling you the story now, I feel so vulnerable right now. And
I love this so much.
I'm not even
it-
laughing at you, Josh. Just Katie's reaction to that was too funny.
Yeah.
and let me tell you about the tapes. So the tapes were they were the MacLeod tapes that were like 120 minutes.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Of
So-
course. Of
so
course.
Pink
I made-
label and
Because
So
it's
I-
love.
So I made her 2 120 minute
God.
tapes.
4
right?
hours
So-
worth of.
yeah.
Hold on, did you do it from the radio, or were you doing CDs, or were you doing tapes? How did you mix?
question.
I had
Double,
at the
double
time,
tape deck?
tape deck, baby.
This is
Double
important.
tape
Right.
deck.
Double tape deck.
Did
The
you
professional.
curate the playlist, or did you just put as many as
100%.
you?
All 4 of those hours were fucking curated.
I'm going to hop in here for just a second. Katie, you don't know Josh as well as we do.
Yeah.
Josh curated that playlist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
That was
I'm,
never a
I'm
question.
excited. I'm excited to know that.
So, and I really put a lot of sad boy stuff on there. I mean, it was like, it turned from like indie stuff
So she said it to the right person.
to
is what
indie
I'm
stuff to like, yeah, again, to set, it was like a lot of like Depeche Mode, a lot of like the Smiths, a lot of, shit, a lot of shit you listen to in the dark by yourself. And,
Britney Spears.
we ended up together, right? It was,
difficult romance music, but yeah.
it was-
So this worked.
this worked.
This was successful.
We ended up together for like 7 years. It was a really great relationship. But here's what happened.
We
first,
dated
I don't
almost as
doubt
long
it.
as the length of these tapes.
right, 100%. So here's what's funny. The first our first Valentine's Day, she got me this date how old this was. She got me a CD Walkman with the car adapter, the tape deck adapter.
Ooh,
Because we used to go on road trips. We used to just we used to just drive trying to get away from because we both worked at ArcLight and we were young and stupid and running away from everything and all this crap. So like 2 years down the road,
I love this so much.
2 years down the road, I said, "Oh, babe, you still have the thing I made you?" And she was like, "Yeah, of course. Why would I?" But what happened was I had sealed it together because it was a double tape thing. And I said, you never listened to it. And she was like, "Yeah, I did." I said, "No, you didn't." she's like, how would you know that? I said, well, the tape's still on. You never opened it. And I was like, why didn't you do that? And she was like, I didn't have a tape deck player. That's why I bought you the CD player.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
A lot of Modest Mouse. It was,
Yeah.
some B1000 tracks on there.
My best friend did that for Christmas gifts one time in college, and she was a musical theater major, and she would curate it to the last note of the one song to the next note of the next song,
okay.
and yeah, because she did music. I was like, what?
What's really
like would go up and down. And...
What's really bad about that, and I'm so glad she never listened to it, because I think I should have known that she never listened to it, because
The relationship happened?
Well, yeah, but I also left fuck you, Steven.
Shut up! Get out of my head.
I had also left notes in the tape of me talking. So because she would always be like, oh, what do we listen to? I've never heard of this band, or I'd never heard of this band. So like I know for a fact that like I'd be like, oh, hey.
You didn't say anything the whole time?
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, this is one of my favorite tracks.
Your needs weren't met in the relationship?
This is one of my, I literally said on the cassette. This is one of my favorite tracks off Jawbreaker's 24-Hour Revenge Therapy. I think you're going to like it. And then go into the song.
Oh my God.
Wow.
We can end the fucking show right now if you want.
No. I will say, no,
I
Josh.
have two stories to tell on both of them. Two things. I have two
Popcorn
separate
Katie.
stories. First, Marshall gave me 3 discs. They were CDs, mixtapes when we first got together.
That's how you do it.
100%. And I still listen
You still
to them
didn't have
all
a
the
CD
time.
player, yeah.
No, I did, because that's what I had in my truck.
yeah.
And he didn't. He was like cool and had like a I don't know
iPod?
what was it.
He fixed
Shirt.
our technical problem. He's cool. We get it.
Yeah. So he made me the CDs for that. But in 8th grade, my boyfriend, I went to Paris.
He took you to
Boyfriend
Paris?
Justin,
Yeah.
In
no,
8th grade?
I went with school.
No, it's not some
I
sort
went
of
with
weird,
school.
gross child matchmaker thing.
Right?
She went to Paris. He stayed home.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Far beyond me.
He recorded for me every night I was away, like a little good night message, and then music along
I've
with it.
done that.
He's still one of my very close friends.
It
He's a
fucking
very
works
sweet.
every time.
But yeah, so like, I'm glad you did that. I'm so sorry she didn't open it, and obviously it wasn't gonna work out because you didn't fucking open it. Are you kidding me? Ugh.
Right.
I'm sorry, I don't know this person.
No. She's horrible. You're fine.
No.
We're great.
Fuck her.
Yeah.
In particular.
But that's true. Like if somebody made you a mixtape, you're not gonna listen to it.
To kind of take some heat off Christina and put heat unnecessarily on me. One of my dumb moves also is I've learned Coldplay's Green Eyes. I play it acoustically, and as you know, this is why I have the yips now.
Hold on. So she didn't. Are you about to tell me that you recorded yourself singing something on the recording?
Yeah, I've done that too.
Oh, Josh.
And the thing is,
None of this is wrong.
you match the eye color to whoever you're singing it to. So one time it's Green Eyes, but if I'm singing it to Michael Heiman, which is how we became best friends,
Yeah.
it's Brown Eyes, right? Brown Eyes?
Hazel, but they're actually more
brown
green
eye.
than brown. That's Josh.
What's with this Hazel erasure?
It's so funny you bring up Green Eyes, Josh. I was dating
really?
a girl that
boy.
that was like the
Good for
song
you.
that I had.
I'm proud of you.
I remember like when we first started like kind of seeing each other and hanging out. She was said how there are no songs for girls with green eyes, and then I was like, well, I know this song, and that like I remember like we kind of like worked at camp together. Like we didn't really get together. It was fraught with drama, and she was going back to college. And I gave her this like gift package, and I gave her the CD, and it was like, hey, this is a song. This is that song. And then years later, we actually got together and got serious. And, like that was a big song for us, and it's so funny. Also, you know the story that Chris Martin doesn't play that anymore.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
I know why.
Gwyneth
Keep going.
Paltrow?
He wrote that song. Well, maybe he will again now because they're not together. But he
Right.
wrote it about Gwyneth Paltrow.
Right.
And then when they stopped when they broke up, when they consciously uncoupled. He stopped playing it because he's not with her, and whatever girl he's with, like, yeah, maybe now I don't know if it's changed, but yeah, and like that was such a song for me and this girl, who I did a lot of dumb things for, and I'm obviously not with, even though, God.
Brother, Green Eyes has an emotional connection to you too, huh?
Yeah, and I do.
Too.
I do
Wow.
love that song, and I like get emotional when I listen to it.
I do too, brother. Fuck the rest of this pod. I love you, man.
Even aside from the emotional connection I have to that girl with that song, I already loved that song. But
we found each other
Does that-
in a dark spot.
I don't know this song. I thought you were talking about the Ted
Phrasing.
Hawkins song "Green Eyed Girl," which is also a fucking gorgeous. So there's at least 2 songs about women with green eyes out
By
there.
who, Jet?
Is that by Jackson
Hawkins.
Green?
Legit.
I also don't know that song, Jet. And
How does it
I'm
go? What's
realizing.
it about?
So hold on a second. From what
Sorry.
I'm understanding, though, I now know 2 Coldplay songs, "Yellow" and "Green Eyes."
Yeah.
Or it's like, are all their songs rainbow based?
No.
Okay, just making sure. Okay.
Well, Rush of Blood to the Head.
One of their albums did have like a rainbow spectrum on the cover, so maybe that's a thing of theirs.
Maybe.
No, doesn't he also wear a bunch of different colors in his
Right.
clothes and stuff? I've
Milo's
already spent more
Gelato.
time talking about him than I ever have in my entire life.
Welcome to Coldplay Chat, everybody. I'm your host, Josh Green Eyes Spence. Super.
Welcome to Hot Play, America's #1 Coldplay fan podcast, where we discuss everything about those Brits who we all know are the shit, Coldplay. Today in Coldplay news, Chris Martin is our guest today. It's a big get, and we're going to make this the last episode of the podcast because I got to say, after today, all those things I've been posting on the internet, I mean, I don't know how I can move forward from this. So, Mr. Chris Martin, it is such a joy to have you on this pod. My first question, why the name Coldplay?
I'm so glad you asked me that question. Okay, here's the deal. So me and my boys, we was like, man, that thing is cold, chilling. Play it again. And we're like, oh, we can say that faster. And so, how about we say, shit again? We're like, no, that doesn't work. How about cold again? No. Oh, and then like 2 weeks later, somebody suggested Coldplay out of the blue.
Wow, what a fascinating story.
Yeah.
I will say, sir, you are worth every penny of the appearance fee that we have paid to get you on here already, and we are only one question in. I feel like I could ask you 10,000 more questions, $1 for every dollar we paid you.
I just want to say that I'm Will Champion. I am the drummer. I'm sitting behind Chris Martin. If you wanted to also ask me a question, I'm also here to answer questions, as I was the chief songwriter in most of these songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're open books.
Okay, so
open books.
I will ask you a question. What is it like living in the shadow of the amazing Chris Martin?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
I was hoping that you would want to reference something about maybe a song I've written. I've written actually most of the radio hits. From the band mostly.
I think we all know from the world of songwriting, the person who's singing the song is always the person who wrote it.
They make
Chris
a good
Martin,
point. They make a good
I
point.
was wondering, have you ever thought of having your daughter Apple also sing on a song with you?
I'm glad you asked that question. You know why? This is gonna blow your goddamn mind. She's right here. She's right here. There you go.
Kevin!
Hey, Apple, come over to the mic. We want
What do you
you
want
to
me to
sing
say,
on a
Daddy?
song. Whatever you want. Just let them dance
Wow.
a song.
Oh my God, this is my time to shine!
Wow. You know, they say that there's a problem with nepotism in Hollywood, and I think it only makes our entertainment system stronger. Wow.
I can verify that as I have recently been asked to leave the band following this tour, and I
Oh my God, this guy, Dad?
being replaced
What?
by said Apple.
They're not actually talking to this guy, are they talking to him?
So
I can-
Apple's going to be
Why
the
would they
new
be talking
drummer
to
for
him?
Coldplay.
It's the-
Apple is
Wow.
she
It's-
has no drumming experience, but however, she's going to replace me in the studio and on tour.
Yep.
Well,
you
it
heard it here
worked for
first
John
from what's his
Bonham
name?
Jr.
It's Will. I've known you since we were called Pictorials.
Oh my God, is he reminding you how long you guys have known each other? I hate when he does that.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let I'm gonna go to one of our listener emails with a question for Mr. Chris Martin. Chris,
I'm just gonna fuck off and let Apple and Chris take over. So good
He
luck
makes a
with the
good
new
point.
album.
He makes a good point.
Ow! Bye.
Chris, how old were you when you realized you were the world's best person?
You know, I think all of us have asked ourselves this question. When did you know that Chris Martin was the world's best person?
Indeed.
And I think, like everybody, I got to say birth.
Yeah, it seems like that's when you'd probably first start to notice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on the same page here.
Most definitely. Chris, I will say it has been an honor to be in your presence. It's also just a shame we could not get your camera working during this Zoom call. Just a real shame, but I do appreciate your time today, and I also appreciate just all those texts, making sure that I had the link to your bank account so I can make sure that I Zelled you the money for the appearance fee. It's just that sort of diligence is the thing that makes the songs like Yellow that you clearly wrote so amazing.
I thank you. Thank you for having me on board. Thank you for offering to validate parking. And I got to say, thank you so much for investing in the best of quality.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And that is, I got to say, I think it might be our final episode of the Coldplay podcast, unless we can get an exclusive interview with Apple someday.
She's right here. Hey, come back, honey. Come back.
Not a chance! Get the
Oh, I hope you got that on tape.
Legit.
This episode brought to you by Manscaped Ball Trimmers.
Legit. There's the legit. I found it.
Yeah, you found it, Josh.
I have, before we move on, I have a rare,
He's got a
super
point.
legit correction.
Ooh.
As I had stated what I knew about that song Green Eyes, it wasn't that it was about Gwyneth Paltrow, it was that it was about someone previous to Gwyneth Paltrow, and when he started dating Gwyneth Paltrow, that's when he stopped playing.
Okay.
Well, that invalidates the entire scene.
All right. Back to one, everybody. Back
It's
to
all
one.
still accurate. Yeah.
She
It all
had
still works.
blue eyes.
Yeah, anyway.
So does anybody else have something dumb that they've done for love?
So I want to offer one that's not me, but that is my favorite version of that I've ever seen, which is my friend Jay Corson. Jay is like
Oh,
the
I know
nicest guy
Jay
in the
very
world.
well.
Yeah, just
Such a good dude.
human superhero, great guy. So there's this girl that Jay was really into in college, and the one thing is she was really into like Ayn Rand, and she was like, you know, and
Yeah, I think I know this story.
I wasn't prepared for any of that.
No one ever was.
I never
and she was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Atlas
no, it
Shrugged
never was.
changed my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Jay's like, I really care about this person. I really want to understand it better. So I'm gonna read it, and and it is the worst thing he's ever done. It is like climbing a granite wall with your fingernails, and he finally gets to the last page of this awful goddamn book, and she broke up with him.
Oh.
And like,
Wow.
like all he was left with was having read the worst book in the world.
And
So,
then Atlas shrugged.
Yeah, but it saved him from libertarianism, and for that, I think.
I mean,
God.
he got to the end before he was
it's like
I
like
should.
he just angrily
Was he
closed
just
the
dedicated?
book. Yeah.
I was going to say it could have been worse. It could have been Dianetics, but I'm honestly not sure. I'm honestly not sure.
Wow.
I I think both of those are slippery slopes.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those are. Oof.
In high school, there was a weird moment where there was a bunch of Mormon boys trying to convert the girls, and it was working. And they like the first page, and I was, "What the hell are you doing? Like, what? No, this is stupid."
Yeah, this is a page one rewrite.
Wait, hold on. I've heard this before.
1,000 times.
But to like read for that long and to, like that is, I love that story, but also you could have given up. Like, relationships are hard, but they shouldn't be that hard.
Like I feel like that's the one thing with the mixtape. Like maybe the thing you're giving somebody in your soul is the most beautiful thing in the world, or maybe you just shared your copy of Atlas Shrugged with them. You don't know what you're offering.
Christina thought it was Atlas Shrugged.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't know. Yep. She didn't even try.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
I think is a dumb. I will stand on this rock for a little bit longer. That's dumb because you're not protecting yourself. You could have been not okay.
Yeah.
Katie, I love that you're like, I'm going to take this stand for a little while. I'm gonna stand on this rock until it's a little slippery, and then I'm like, ooh, stepping down.
I'll tell you what, that's super legit material
I'm tired,
to me.
Okay, menopause is a fucking bitch.
I will say that giving somebody a 4-hour anything, kind of like giving them a pet. Like, as cute as this is irresponsible generosity.
Here's what I will say to that 4 hours of overwrought generosity. 4 hours is a lot shorter than the audiobook of fucking Atlas Shrugged.
Right.
Even if you're listening on triple speed.
And has done far less damage to the world.
It did far less damage.
And yet, if I've learned anything from Viagra commercials, 4 hours can be a warning.
Right?
Hey-o.
Yeah.
If your country remains libertarian for more than 4 hours, talk to it.
Yeah. Please seek medical attention.
But if it remains lesbian for more than 4 hours, we're probably in better shape.
Right?
Yes. All right. Well, at that point, I believe it is time for our advertisement. I'm going to go ahead and I'm seeing. Hold on. I'm seeing Josh appears to be thumb wrestling himself in the mirror. I'm not exactly sure. Josh, does that mean that you got the ad?
No, I don't
you
have
seem to
the
be giving me some sort of bunny rabbit's thumbs up.
I contribute nothing to this podcast. We all know this. I think it's my
all right,
time.
great. Okay, so Heiman, go ahead and let us know what is tonight's sponsor.
Oh, I've got it right here. I'm just going to play the ad for you.
Okay.
You have it on vinyl, right?
Yes, I'm going to drop the needle
Can
right now.
Can we please get a record scratch sound effect when he says we got it on vinyl, so we can all be surprised by the fact that he's got it on vinyl?
100%.
Like, what? Vinyl?
100%.
Listen, I'm a fan of physical media. What can I say?
Yeah.
Give him an inch, man.
Name of my sex tape.
Dead.
We were all thinking it.
Right in the lull. Right in the lull.
No.
Right in the lull.
Nope.
Oh, I hope this sponsor appreciates this lead-in.
All right. So Heiman, will you go ahead and press play?
No, I'm holding the needle. I'm waiting. I'm
okay,
gonna drop
all right,
it.
Yeah.
So drop the needle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of those crank ones.
Yeah.
There we go. Needle on. Listen, bros. You want to grow, right, bro? Well, listen. I've got this for you, bro. This product, it's going to help you grow all your vitamin needs to be as big and strong as you want it to be. It's called Grow Blow Blow Bowl, bro.
Nope.
With Grow Blow Bowl, bro, you're gonna grow, bro, to the bowl size you want. Be the biggest bowl you can be, bro. With our patented Casino technology, you will get pumped up, bro, to grow with Grow Blow Blow, bro.
Yeah.
Just listen to our sponsor, Triumph, the Insult Comic Dog. That's right. I've got these fucking bros here. They want to grow, and I said, you know what? Triumph could use some bigger muscles. Am I right? There you go. Bro, bro. With Triumph the bro dog, growing your bro. So get yourself some bro today and grow to your bro size. Bro.
Wow.
I do want to say my lead-in totally worked.
I gotta say, I've got the jar here, and it's the first time. First of all, the Jack Triumph the Insult Comic Dog on the outside of it is disturbing, and it's also interesting. Usually they'll use the word may under possible side effects. This says will cause strokes.
Yeah. They
Guarantee.
They did
Money
some
back.
great case studies, and those were definitive.
And it did
true.
sound like you took some before you read that ad.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
Hard not to get in the headspace.
Which you read into the phonograph recorder to then print the vinyl that you dropped the pin on.
Listen,
earlier,
once
or
I
the
took
needle.
the grow, blow, bull, bro, I might have been in a fugue state. So
As we all have been.
I do want to apologize to all the listeners on our 4D stream because you may have felt that.
Yes.
Felt during that ad that it kept like pushing you on the shoulders every time you said the word bro. So I do want to apologize for that.
That
But we're
ad
still working
asked
out
me
the
to
kinks.
take the earbuds out of my ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I laughed so hard at that my abs feel like I just did exercise. So thanks, buddy.
you did.
Grow, blow, bull, bro. Wow. That is a
Yeah,
hell of a
that's the
man.
name of the product
Yeah.
that I received.
Grow, blow, pull, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's rare we have a product that continually asks if I think I'm better than it.
It's like we had there was a whole thing about how Coldplay came up with their name. Apparently, this company came up with their name when somebody fell asleep on the keyboard. Yeah. So, Jet, we have not heard from you. Jet,
Yeah,
our
dude.
illustrious host emeritus.
I know Jed has some shit.
Yeah, I had a similar thought to you, Steven, of it's not so much like the dumbest thing as which of the, as you said, 850 dumb things could it possibly be?
So many of them involve travel across state lines.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. In fact, thank you for helping me narrow it down.
Attaboy.
Because, yeah,
Attaboy.
there was the time that I took a Greyhound bus from here to Oklahoma to
What?
spend time with the person that I'd met on the internet on ICQ, if any nerds understand how
Yo.
dated this
Man.
reference is.
What's up, bro?
In
Bro,
fairness,
bro,
she
bro.
had first taken a Greyhound to visit me, so
Okay.
we'd spent a week out here. Then I spent a week out in Oklahoma where I co-signed for a car for her.
Wow.
So
I
feel
mean,
like
this
there's
isn't a
the dumb
competition.
thing.
How old
were
you?
You just used the word cosign.
Yeah,
Yo.
I was 18.
That's an adult word.
And
Oh,
at,
oh,
at
God.
the
Okay.
at the dealership, they were like,
Yeah.
"Wow, you have excellent credit." Like the emphasis on excellent. Like the dealer seemed shocked. I'm honestly not even sure if it was my age, but just that he'd never seen excellent credit before.
Oklahoma, not surprised.
That relationship sure changed that rating.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, the car alone, I don't
18.
think destroyed the credit rating. That's not the one that got repossessed in that relationship.
I'm sorry, was it a California 670 or an Oklahoma 670?
Definitely in Oklahoma. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
how
That's like
long did
430.
it last with this person?
Yeah, dude.
9 years.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So the rest of the dumb things would include, yes,
So-
letting my credit score slowly get destroyed along with all of my finances,
That's what you
getting
do
all
for
of my
love.
bank accounts shut down or closed by the government due to giant tax bills from taxes that were not being filed that I had been assured were being filed. Yeah. Again, as I said, 850 things, and that's just one relationship.
Yeah.
That's when we
Yeah.
became
Wow.
friends. I remember that time.
Yeah. In the aftermath of that, we became
Yeah.
friends when I took custody of my kids back.
Yeah. You left an improv practice to go handle that.
Yep. Yeah.
You were working as a
Wow.
waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you.
That's right. Yes. I was dancing
That
on
much
the
is
bar
true.
in my cowboy
That's
boots.
just true.
That much is true.
God
Oh
damn.
man.
You learned that lesson.
Oh God, yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I will say, your kids are pretty fucking great.
they are.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are. They really are.
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
So I got
and
something
Jet,
good out of it.
5 years on, you got the world at your feet.
That's right.
Yeah.
You do IT for the Super Legit podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the dream job.
Look like somebody fell down and landed in butter.
Oh, I'm picturing that. And I'm trying to figure out how
It's one of those old
or-
person phrases that somehow get into my vocabulary.
so you're
like
like
the
a
world
mouse.
is your oyster.
No,
Yeah,
you're
that
a
kind of
mouse
thing.
and you fell into cream, and then you just churned that
Yes.
cream enough
Yep.
to you
Two
turned
mice
into
fell
That's like the pulling yourself up by your bootstraps.
Say it, Heiman. Say it in.
and
say
a
it in
bucket
the
of
proper-
cream. No, I'd rather keep quoting "Don't You Want Me" lyrics that no one got.
Oh my god. So I have two answers to the question.
Yes!
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a double
So the-
answer person. That's my type of
So,
person.
I have the real answer,
They're all real
which would
answers.
get heady. Yes, but then I have the funny storytelling along with
Which
travel
hurts
and
more.
Greyhound, oddly enough.
Hey,
Um,
we got a theme going.
Do you need to go somewhere far and
Yeah.
cheap, and you've got all the time in the world?
stupid and stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to tell that story because I otherwise wouldn't have a chance to. And then you can pile on the dude because he was an asshole. Anyway, the real, true, really thing, the dumbest thing, biggest thing, whatever, is go to therapy for all the times I've been hurt before.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's the
Yeah.
real one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because now I do have like the best. It's stupid. I'm embarrassed. It's a great relationship. We work very hard.
Mhm.
But
Amen.
that's what I did. Thank you. But in college, it was the college boyfriend who was just so dark and moody and knew everything about rent.
Go on.
And was from
One
LA, and
shot.
I was
Glory.
What?
Sorry.
Was he also
he used
gay?
to sit out.
I was wondering if this is where this was going.
Hey.
I don't know if he knows yet.
Ooh.
The Tango Katie. Come on, Rent's a great musical.
I was, oh god damn it, I was so in love with him. Anyway, so he and I broke up, and I thought I was gonna move on with my life, and he begged me back. That was dumb. And within a week he went back home. So I said, I'm gonna miss you so much. He was, oh, I wish you could come down. He said, challenge accepted.
Yep.
And took a train
Oh.
that led to a bus
Oh.
to a bus station in downtown LA, and I don't know where anything is.
Oh,
Wow.
I think I'd
And
taken that
his
exact
mom
train
has
bus
to
route.
come get me.
Oh,
His
man.
mom has to come get me from the station. This is pre-cell phone. I don't have a cell
Oh
phone.
my
God.
God, Katie.
Payphone, quarters.
Yeah.
I was working to get myself through college, and this anyway.
Oh.
I'm worried sick about you.
As we're hanging out that night, because I'm like, this is weird. I go, wait a minute. Are you sleeping with Anne? How do you know? Fucking guessed. We had to drive the whole way home from LA.
Oh, that is
back up to the Bay Area
Oh, that is-
together. I definitely have a better life. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
How
Okay.
how quiet was that car ride? Or were you just the
he
entire
was
time like,
so
you
uncomfortable.
son of a motherfucking son of a fuck?
Yeah, I didn't have enough self-respect to do it the way I would have done it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was definitely like, oh, why don't you love me?
Yeah.
How could she possibly be better than me?
No.
And not anything the fact that he was.
You're a pile of human garbage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Where it's like,
yeah.
oh, you're a trash person who treated me like I didn't deserve to be treated. Yeah. I'm not gonna figure this out until way longer than I should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last one of that. That was the last time he was the last mistake all wrapped up into one. He was cheated on me the whole time, left me for somebody else, all like the tropes of a dude. And then I didn't date again till that one.
Super. Sir, I want to say as the representative of this air train, that I empathize with your pain that you're in the middle of a breakup. But if you, we are currently stuck in midair. It's been 27 hours. Sir, she's crying. If you just unpull the lever, we can all get out of here. Sir, just pull the lever. It doesn't matter who's right. Just please pull it.
You matched me with her on this plane. We started this relationship. It was beautiful.
Yes.
And then this all happened. I feel like this is on you.
Okay, look, it kind of is on me because I said I was a matchmaker, but that's only partially true. I'm a matchmaker in the way that I'm really just a con man. Like I used to play the shell game in front of the Greyhound bus.
I think that's very clear because you told us that we were perfectly suited to each other.
Okay.
But she's into astrology. I didn't know that when this started, and I did
not know you were a Leo. Of course you'd be treating me this way. Don't you understand? I'm a Pisces.
Look, all I said is that you practice space racism, okay? That's it. That's all I said.
Oh, my God. You did not just call me a racist.
Space racist. Let's be very specific.
Guys, let's put...
This is like the worst date I've ever been on.
Okay.
Also, I never got my pretzels.
Shut up!
Thank you.
Who cares?
Thank you, Evelyn.
I could go for some pretzels too, actually.
Heiman Airlines, we're a space racist against pretzels.
Come on, man.
Legit.
Yep.
Popcorn, St. James. You had another story.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm not gonna tell. So my other one. It wasn't even out of love. It was dumb out of like. It was my first year here, and there's a woman that I like went on 2 dates with, back in before I moved, and then I was like, well, you know, I'm just gonna fly you out here to come visit me, and it was instantly clear that this was a terrible idea. I've referred to it in the past as the most emasculating weekend of my life. It was not great.
So far.
It also one. Thanks, Jet. All right, yeah.
See how you like it.
Oh my God.
It all started because my fault. Because I flew her into Burbank, and I got there, and you know I had my pager because it's pre-cell phone. My pager's out of battery, but I'm sitting there in Terminal A. And her flight's supposed to be there, and it's not there. And I'm like, okay, maybe did she chicken out? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I can do. And then I'm like, you know what? I think there's another terminal at this airport. So I walk across to Terminal B, and I see her crying at a payphone, thinking that she had been abandoned in Los Angeles because I was waiting at the wrong terminal for 30 minutes, and she just thought she had flown to Los Angeles and there was no one going to be there, and she was going to have to stay at the airport the entire weekend. For some reason, that did not kick off romantic vibes.
No.
Yeah. But the other story, my dear departed brother. So there's a point in my brother's life where his Honda Civic that he had forever, something had gone wrong with it. Where, you know that sound that it makes when you're going and the door's open and it like reminds you need to close the door?
Yeah.
That one.
Okay.
Yeah. So that broke in his car. And so you guys know me. I'm a pretty even keel person. At one point as we're driving around Austin, I just start bashing into his door and being like, what the fuck is going on with your fucking door? I just lost it. Mm-hmm. And I would do the full thing, but you know, I don't want to wake the neighbors. It just drove me insane. Right? So about 2 weeks after this, my brother is sitting in his apartment and he realizes his friend Dina, he's actually been in love with Dina this whole time. All these other women he's been dating, all these other people that have been in his life, on and off, the entire time, it's been Dina this whole time. So my brother gets in the car and starts driving because Dina had just moved to San Diego. So my brother gets in the car and he drives straight through from Austin, Texas to San Diego with that noise. And he gets to her house at about 1 o'clock in the morning. And he gets out of the car and he like quietly knocks on her door. She comes to the door and she's like, what are you doing here? And he was like, I realized and I had to tell you, it's you. I think it's always been you. And I'm in love with you. And she was like, no. no. And he was like, all right, I guess I'm getting back in that car. And he drove right back. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The car was warning him.
Yes, exactly. The car the entire time was like,
there is a warning light on, and it is not about the car.
Oh my
The
god.
door is open and you should take it.
The whole way back was, I told you.
Even your car told you not to do that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. 48 hours. Just, yep. There and back again.
I had to be quiet and just started playing the ABC game on the license plates out the window. Stupid fucking Jaguar car.
I have one more, if you would allow it, boss man.
You know what? I will allow it because I think after this one we're gonna wrap it up. But you know what? Josh, give us one more.
So this time, I know this whole episode we've been sharing like heartbreak stories of past loved ones. This time, the stupidest thing I did out of love was out of love for myself. So I was dating this one girl, Nicole, and it was, and this was actually right after Christina, right? So it was one of those weird relationships where like you don't put a label to it. You know how that always works out super well. Well, it was not working.
The
well.
avoidant relationship.
Yeah. I guess that's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't working.
We're not a relationship. I just want part of it.
100%.
Your head is going side to side a lot, Katie.
So,
Whatever.
so, and this is the only, like, and I also really don't like fighting too much in public. Like, I'm just like, hey, let's go off to the corner, or let's talk somewhere else, or just not. I hate fighting in public situations, like legitimately. But we were at a party, and I caught her. Not I caught her. It doesn't matter. But she was making out with some dude, and it just fucking crushed me, just beyond belief. And I was like, and I went and pulled them apart, and I said, "That's it. I've had it. We're done. Fuck you, Nicole." And then, because I showed my ass in front of everybody and stormed off, she went chasing after me, and now we're having this fight. But like, and obviously it's a big scene, so like people are watching, but I'm not paying attention to people watching, and she, we're going back and forth, and I'm just gonna say this next part. I just want to say ahead of time, I appreciate all of your friendship over the years. Thank you. I love you. Katie, you're new, but you already feel like an old, bigger sister to me already, so I love it. But in the middle of it, I said, this doesn't need to happen. And I said, it's one of my favorite films. I go, did you want to hurt me? Go right ahead if it makes you feel any better. I'm an easy target. Yeah, you're right. I talk too much. I also listen too much. I can be a cold-hearted cynic like you, but I don't like to hurt people's feelings as well. You can think what you want about me. I'm not changing. You know why? Because I like me. All my friends like me. My mom likes me because I am the real article, and what you see is what you get. And
is this Nine Hills?
As soon as I finished that, my buddy David Mott goes, "Hey, that's from fucking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I fucking love that film." And I just turned a shade of shit red. And she goes, "Yeah, okay, so this is done." And she just walked back and continued with the guy that she met at the party. And I drove home in my broken down Thunderbird back home. Ate some cold pizza and went to bed.
And can I just point out how perfectly Planes, Trains, and Automobiles fits this episode's theme?
Yeah, and that is the way. Also, you know what? I gotta say, as much as I'm doing a heel turn, Jet, that's some fucking host magic right there. Yeah,
I still got it, baby. I still got it.
Game recognized game. Game recognized game. So yeah, folks, that has been, this is a good time, right? Am I right? That
Great times.
Yeah, I feel like we're closing it out. Yeah.
Despite your hosting, Steven, it was a great episode.
Oh,
Truly.
Wow. Wow.
Jet Kaufman
All
heel turn. By God, it's Jet Kaufman.
I'll
He's
take the
coming down
compliment,
with
but-
an
All right.
chair.
The
You
Jet
built up
Kaufman,
a lot of rage.
the Kaufman heel pirouette.
Yes. All right. So, Heiman, do you say the spiel or do you want me to say the spiel tonight? I think I might be able to do it off the dome too.
Oh, please. I
Should I
want
try
to
it?
hear it.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. Thank you to Matt Walker for our intro and outro music. Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, along with some of the ads and edited for your comfort and amusement. If you're loving what we're doing, please pause real quick. Write a review and please give it 5 stars on your podcatcher of choice. After you close the app and tell a friend about us, tell 2 friends about us. You know what? Tell all your friends about us. Tell your friends about us in a way that they think this is the way you're coping with the end of the election. If you want to submit your own question for the show, private messages or tag us on Instagram or Facebook or Threads or email us, but don't go to the one that the Nazis go to. It's at contact@superlegit.pod.com, right? Superlegitpod.com.
Yep.
Correct.
Tonight's regular cast includes Josh Spence, Chris Compton, Jet Kaufman, my amazing co-host, Michael Heiman, and
Back at you.
our beautiful guest, Katie Gibbons. Before we let you go, Katie, is there anything that you would like to plug? I also have a question for you after the official recording it. Yeah.
No, again, I have done nothing since the last time except for be a parent
Yes.
through
That's
the
enough.
times
That
we
is
were in.
enough.
And since you
Yeah.
were last here, we learned
Yeah.
why you need to vote.
Yes, exactly.
yes.
Yes.
Oh my
Boy, did
God.
Yes.
Ooh,
So,
man, yes.
so
I had to
much.
tell my kids that the
Yes.
next morning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. That is our episode. Thank you very much. And you know what, everybody? Sometimes it fucking sucks. But you know what? You can go out there and try to make somebody else's day better. Please do that.
Jet.
Yeah.
Jet.
Yeah. What's up, Josh? I didn't
just-
expect you to call me out, but yeah, great.
I just want to say.
Hey, Josh. Are you talking to Jet in there?
No.
Stepdaddy Steven said phone goes off after 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
You can whisper to me. It's fine.
Don't you want me?
Are you going to be able to hear Jet over
No.
the noises your mom and I are going to be making?
Oh, that's gross. Okay, we're done.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh my time, I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, 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 oh.
You sound like 2 orcas at SeaWorld.